Hi, it's Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I'm going to be doing an unusual video, something that doesn't come up very often. And here's the Oxy-Dry van. Not too exciting, I'm sure. You'll notice I have my hubcaps off because I just had the van detailed and I got them to clean up the wheels and paint them. So I'll wash up the hubcaps and put them on in a little bit. But that's not what the video is actually about. The video is actually going to be about this. And for those who are in the carpet cleaning business and are following my videos, you saw a teaser of this perhaps a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago I think I put it up. But this is the machine that I did a total complete rebuild, redesign on, and this is the Oxy-Dry SETT cleaning machine, soil extraction transfer technology. And this is actually about a 10-year-old machine which has been quite heavily modified, improved. Things have been done to the machine to make it work better than normal. It already starts off as a considerably better than normal rotary anyway. And I'll just show you a couple of things about this machine that sets it apart. And the first, one of the more important things is this little lever right here. And what does that do? That's the handle release. Oh, isn't that nice? This is actually a Swiss-made machine. The handle release is right down in here. There's a lever, or a shaft that goes down here and activates a pinch mechanism in there, and works extremely well. There's no ratchet. There's this shaft that goes up is part of it, and there's two pinching devices and a spring in there. It's just amazingly simple, reliable device. I pulled it apart and there was absolutely no wear on it, so that was quite interesting to see that after 10 years this machine had no wear on what you would expect to be a high wear part on the machine. But it is very handy to have the handle release right up on top, literally fingertip, and infinitely adjustable. Obviously there's no detent that we're looking for or anything like that, so that's one of the reasons that it's a really nice machine. The other thing about this machine, which is very unique, is it has a center feed. The solution actually goes in here, and it feeds down the center. Doesn't shower feed, although this machine is also modified so that I can shower feed, which is another one of the modifications that were done to it. I can adjust it either both or just the center feed, and being able to do that, it gives me better control over where the solution goes and how it goes onto the carpet, and I like being able to have full control over everything. That's one of the reasons this machine works so well. But let's talk about the other thing about this machine is it is a belt drive, not it doesn't have a gearbox like a typical rotary does. It has a belt drive, so and with the motor off center, it gives it very nice balance, and doesn't fight you or anything like that. So it's a very well balanced machine. It starts off at about I think it's about 76 pounds initially, but with the additional things I put on here, it's added a bit of weight. And so let's talk about the tank. This is a 4-gallon tank. I've never actually put 4 gallons in it, but it's nice to have that large volume if ever I were to need it. The most I've ever put in it is 3 gallons. Plus, because it's so big, I can store a couple of bottles in there. Spotter. That's kind of handy. So when I carry stuff up to the house or into a condo, I've got a place there to carry a couple of my main spotters. That carbuncle there, is that what you call it? Carabiner, that's what it is there to, I just hang a spotting towel on there. I've got a little thing there for holding my scissors and a little spotting brush. Of course, the ozone generator, which is exclusive to the Oxy-Dry system. A junction box down in here. The transformer for, well, we'll get to that in a sec, about what the transformer does. The other thing that is really neat, and you're going to want to see how this works, is my addition of the large wheels. And you can see this is not the normal setup for this machine. The wheels would normally be attached in here, but there's this bracket which is kind of a U shape, and it's one piece, just bent, there's no welding, and then there's a shaft that goes through there where the axle is, and just tighten it up, and that pinches it in place, holds it nice and solid, and then the wheel attaches in the hole here and over there, almost like independent suspension, although there's no suspension, of course. But I did that because I wanted, obviously, to have no constriction or interference with the handle release there. And it turned out really well, and the wheels work just fantastic. It'll go up and down stairs very easily. I have a short little video on YouTube that shows me going upstairs with it. It does, of course, goes up and down. I did a couple of other mods. I put the chrome on there. I painted the motor cap, which is actually plastic, and as you can see, it's got a really nice shiny chrome. Who doesn't like chrome, right? And of course there's the SETT logo, Soil Extraction Transfer Technology. And what's that? Hang on a minute. Let's see what happens when I plug it in. Hang on one sec. And you know, the light. That wasn't that handy. Oh, you can see in the reflection. Often we get into dark rooms, no light, and boy, it sure is nice to be able to see into those dark corners. And so that's a very handy thing to have. This machine cleans at about 360 degree passes per second, so there's a tremendous amount of cleaning action that's going on the carpet while it's doing its work. And of course the machine itself is doing all the work. All I have to do is guide it over the carpet and be watching what it's doing, and the cleaning performance is just superb. I have owned, and I do own, orbital machines, and I absolutely prefer rotary, particularly for residential carpets, although I use a orbital CX-17 for a lot of my big commercial jobs, but I can just hand that to my employee and he just goes off and does the hallways while I do some of the other details like steps and that sort of thing. It's an easy machine to use, but for residential I much prefer the rotary machines. And of course you'll notice this machine, actually I'm going to do is I'm going to walk into the my workshop here and I'm going to show you what the machine used to look like, because I've got another machine just like it, so come with me. And maybe I can find my bracket. Oh, there it is. There it is. So there's what the machine used to look like. Not as pretty. And the wheels, you can see, are just little piddly things. This is a older version, obviously, and this machine is going to get the same upgrades. I've already got the bracket, which I'm about to show you for it, and we'll just put it right there. So that's actually the wheel bracket. So that's sitting under, you see, underneath over there, and then it comes up each side on the back of the machine. There is where the axle initially went, so that goes in place of the axle. Tighten that up, the bracket's in place, wheel attaches on there, wheel attaches on here. Simple, one piece. It wasn't very expensive. I think I paid 50 bucks or so, 100 bucks for the both of them. Pretty cheap. So that's the Oxy-Dry SETT low moisture extraction machine. Oh, I forgot one more obvious thing. Did I mention it? Look at that color. Gravedigger green, somebody told me. But anyway, that's a powder coat. Nice and shiny with a powder coated with a clear coat on there to help to protect it, and hopefully I'll keep it nice and scratch free. I know scratches do inevitably happen, but anyway. So that's the Oxy-Dry SETT cleaning machine. So there you go. Thank you.